I'm probably already going to have to remake this video because it's a little windy out here, but it doesn't matter. I'm so excited about this concept that I want to share with the slide guitar world today. I'm just going to do it anyways as a rough draft. If I need to redo the video, I'll do it later. My name is Bree. I'm a slide guitar player out of Nevada County, California. And I discovered something a few weeks ago that could change the slide guitar world forever. No joke. Let's just get right into it. It's something called the Tamara string benders. They're made by this guy who has been making these since the 1980s. And I've been looking for something like this practically all year. And I stumbled across this product out of nowhere watching someone from Australia use a few of them on an acoustic guitar, and my mind was blown. Let's just get right into what these are. Here they are. Now, obviously, this looks incredibly silly, but what these are string benders, like you would have on a pedal steel, except they lock the string in place instead of returning to the original note. Now, there have been options for different tunings on guitars since the 80s. This isn't exactly a product made for this idea that I'm talking about, but Hipshot has been making these since the 80s, and they're a drop D extender tuner. You put these on your bass guitar or electric guitar, on your low E, you flip this lever right here, and now you're in drop D. You have to tune it with this fine tuner right here. Same thing with the Tamaras. But the problem with this, as you can see, is it's really clunky. And if you were to want to put multiple of these on a headstock, you can't do it. It's not designed for that. It's a great product nonetheless. It's a really stable, well-made product. All of Hipshot's products are. So this isn't to diss on Hipshot or anything. This is just a different idea entirely that's pointed towards slide guitar players, because slide guitar players, most of us play or experiment in different tunings. We have a whole wide variety of them. We have open E, open D, open G. Some of us play in standard. I do too. But the story of our life has always been, if you want to go to a different tuning, you're on stage, you have two options. Either you have to retune the guitar you have to that tuning that you want, and that could take some time in the set, or you walk over to a guitar rack and grab a different guitar. Now let's say you don't want to do either of those. There's this product that came out in 2014 called the Double Shot Lever that Hipshot made. It's a lever that goes on a dobro guitar or a Telecaster that has micro tuners, and a lever that you tune high notes and low notes for. Jerry Douglas, a dobro player that adopted this system, a Grammy award amazing musician, by the way, he would tune it to open G with the lever engaged, and then when he needed to go to his other tuning, open D, he would disengage the lever. And that's been out since 2014. It's a robust, incredible system. But I play more than two tunings. I play a lot of tunings. And I wanted to find a guitar that could allow me to do all of that on one guitar. And these Tamara string benders, they do that. And to top it all off, they're incredibly easy to put on. I was shocked because I do very minor repair stuff and soldering work on guitars. I didn't have to drill any holes. If you see right here, it's kind of hard to see in the video. They go under your washer. All you have to do is loosen the string, then loosen the washer, lift it up, put it under the washer of the tuner, tighten it back, and you're good, bud. That's it. You can take them off if you don't want them on this guitar and put it on your dobro or your mandolin or whatever the hell has washers, and you don't have to drill a damn hole. That's amazing. And they're, in my experience, I've been playing them for a few weeks, they're incredibly stable. Okay, so I want to go over the system that I found where I can get multiple tunings, because I don't just have 2 tunings. I have 6 usable tunings that I found with this product. And I didn't make any of these tunings up, by the way. We have been using these tunings since the 60s. So I didn't have to compensate anything for this product or change who I am. I found a way to get most of my tunings that I use on this one guitar. So let's go over it. If you see here, if you look here, all of these notes are the note that you tune to when the lever is not engaged. When the lever is engaged, these are the notes that it's going to be tuned to when you tune the micro tuner, these little tuning machines right here. This is how you tune the second note. So D, A, F sharp, D, G, D. E, B, G, E, A, E. Okay? And to the right, it's kind of hard to see with the camera. These are all the tunings that I'm able to get with this system. I got standard, drop D, G over E. We'll get to what that is in a minute. Open D, open G, and G6. Okay? None of these tunings I made up. Not even the G over E one. That's a Justin Johnson tuning. We'll get to what that is in a second. Right now, I'm in open D. If I want to get to standard, all I have to do is this. I'm going to engage all of these levers back, except for the 4th string. And we'll get into what that does for the last tuning. Okay, now I'm in standard. To me, that's pretty damn in tune, especially in the sun. Okay, the next tuning we have is pretty obvious, drop D. And of course that's great also for the bar. And if I need a quick low riff or something in a tune, that's really easy to do just in the middle of a song. So you have 1, 5, and 1, right? That's great for just the bar too. Okay, the next tuning is that G over E thing I was talking about. Right now I'm in standard. This is something Justin Johnson, a slide guitar player, does out of Nashville. He drops his A to a G. And the reason he does that is because all the notes above that G string, it's just guitar. Right? None of your shapes change. The only thing that changes is this string. And that drops to a D. What that is that's basically open G tuning. With 2 differences. Your high E and your low E are your 6th interval in the G major scale. What that means And the reason why this tuning is amazing for Justin Johnson is not only do you have major triads, really need to be in the camera. You also have minor triads. The reason being is your low E, if you treat that as your tonal center, here's the 1 of your chord, low E. Your next string, instead of A being G, that's going to be your minor third of that chord. And then the next is going to be your minor 7. So with the bar, now you have a minor 7 triad. And if you want your 5, it's going to be right up here on your B string. Right? That's why that tuning is so damn cool. And I've been doing that tuning for a long time by just tuning the guitar string down because it's only one string. But the benefit of the system is again, I don't just have that. I have open D, standard, and also, of course, open G. Now let's take the 6s out. Now we're in regular, good old boy open G. Okay? So, that's just to me amazing that I can do that on one guitar. Now let's talk about what this one does, the one that's always up. So the last tuning that I have is G6. Now I also play console, pedal steel, and lap steel and all this stuff. There's this tuning called A6 that I use a lot. So I didn't make this tuning up, just intervallically speaking. These are all the same intervals as E6 except for the bottom string. This is a Hawaiian tuning. So right now, let's go back to open G. Okay. Let's lift this D string to an E string. So now, instead of your 6 being down here on the E string, now it's up here. So the reason why I like this tuning is just harmonically speaking, now your 6th note is a lot closer to the other 2 notes of the triad. So now, if you look here, I'll go to the bridge. Now your major triad and your minor triad are only 3 strings apart. Or to be more correct, they're right next to each other. You don't have to jump strings to get to that triad. So your major triad are the first 3 strings, and your minor triad is just down a string. That's why I like that tuning. Okay. Anyways, that's the whole point of that string. And that's my whole system. Obviously, this is a rough draft, and I need to do this video again with no wind and a script and all this other nonsense. But the point is there. This system is amazing. I never have to grab another guitar again, unless it's a backup. I can just play it on this guitar, whatever tunings I want, that is. And the main thing that I can already hear in future comments is, oh, that sounds like a junky system, it's not going to be stable, there's going to be tuning instabilities, stretching the strings back and forth. My response to that is, you're not incorrect, but we have been bending strings since the 50s, man. There's this instrument called the pedal steel guitar. Compared to what I'm doing here, this is nothing. this is baby cakes compared to what those instruments do when they're bending strings, okay? So, and the other thing is, if you do play with multiple tunings, let me ask you this. Would you rather tune 5 guitars at a gig or 1 guitar that whole time? Because either way, if you're gigging, right, and you're playing outside, what's happening to those guitars that are on your guitar rack that you're not playing, that are coming up for the next song when they're in the sun? Well, yeah, they go sharp. So you're already dealing with that problem. We've been having to tune our guitars since guitars have been guitars, man. So even if this system, in my experience, it's incredibly stable for what it is. Even if it was not as stable as I thought it was going to be, I would still believe in this system, just because of the fact that I don't have to worry about those guitars that are in the sun the whole time going sharp. I can just focus my entire world on one guitar now and keeping this guitar in tune. And that's really the beauty of this system. Not just the multiple tunings, but the fact that it doesn't actually overcomplicate my world. It undercomplicated it. My van or SUV, whatever I'm rolling with, is not full of 5 guitars anymore. It's really just 1 guitar. I don't even have a backup, but let's say I did. It would just be 2 guitars. And I don't have to buy strings for those guitars. I don't have to worry about them going out of tune. I don't have to worry about the strings breaking or this and that, or the maintenance, because you gotta, on the road, you gotta take care of the whole, not just 1 guitar, but all guitars and the wire and the whole damn thing while you go. I don't have to do any of that. I can just play this thing. To me, that is amazing. Incredibly amazing. And of course, the main selling point is the different tunings and all that. But anyways, obviously I'm rambling at this point. Tamara, this is an amazing system. If you end up watching this video or the future one that's way better than this, thank you so much, man. You have single-handedly changed my life for the better in every single way, and have revolutionized the way that I approach music now and guitar. Because, I mean, just thank you, man. Thank you. And thank you for everyone else who dealt for watching through this video. Hopefully I have a better one with an editor and all this other nonsense coming soon. Anyways, goodbye, y'all. Have a good day.